Hi everyone, welcome back to Nuke Feed, your daily dose of internet radiation.
In a shocking move today, Ronda Rousey just went scorched earth on the UFC, calling it one of the worst places for fighters and dragging Valentina Shevchenko into the crossfire. During a press conference for her upcoming Netflix boxing match with Gina Carano, Ronda unloaded on the promotion's pay structure. She claimed that despite the UFC's massive $7.7 billion valuation, top athletes are still struggling to survive. She even got personal, saying it's why their champions like Valentina are selling pictures of their titties on OnlyFans. There's no reason they can't pay their athletes. But Valentina fired back immediately on X, telling Ronda it's 2026. Fighters using OnlyFans is just a new way to connect with fans. Looks like Ronda slept too long after her last fight in 2016. With Ronda's return on May 16th being promoted by Jake Paul and Netflix, this war between the old guard and the new UFC era is officially getting nasty.
This is absolutely heartbreaking. A recent OmeTV stream from SNEAKO just took a dark and unexpected turn when a woman shared a horrific story of abuse. It started out as a typical interaction, with SNEAKO simply asking about her life goals, but what followed left tens of thousands of viewers in total shock.
Is that one of your goals, to get married and have kids, or no?
I can't have kids biologically, but I would be lovingly welcome to adopt.
Wait, what? You're a dude? Why, are you a man?
No.
What's wrong?
Biologically, I was not born with the baby making machine.
Oh.
So I have the uterus and I get periods, but I just can't make babies.
Wait, what happened? How?
Do I want to open that case up? My dad made me get them removed.
Why?
Because he didn't want to have to deal with me being young and dumb like he did with my mom. And also used me for rent way back when.
Well, that's insane. I'm sorry to hear that.
Made me funny.
Yeah, because women aren't usually funny. Wait a second. Why not just put you on birth control?
I wish I could tell you, brother.
Wait, used you for rent? How were you paying for the rent?
At his, when I lived with him and my mom, they didn't really make enough money to pay for rent. So they're like, yo, my daughter can't make children. You want her? Every month. And yeah, put two and two together. Literally two and two together.
Oh, man. Wait, why don't you get this guy arrested?
Oh, no, he is. He is. I eventually gained a consciousness and was like, yo, I don't think this is okay because people are telling me it's not okay for when I open up about it. Big mistake to send me a psychiatrist. My dad made that mistake. So both my dad is in prison. My mom, she technically was also involved in said having to pay rent every month just to a different person. So she wasn't held accountable for it, but my dad and then the two other people were eventually put away. But the one that was using me didn't last very long in prison. He eventually himself, so.
The raw emotion in her voice has completely taken over social media, sparking a massive wave of outrage and calls for justice. As of right now, SNEAKO has not commented further on the video, and while the claims remain unverified, the internet is reacting with pure disbelief. It's a chilling reminder of the stories people are carrying behind their screens, and it's easily the most talked about moment from his streams this week. Now this is crazy. A cruise passenger has gone viral after a massive confrontation on the ship's pool deck over a man's swastika tattoos. Video shows a shirtless man sitting calmly by the pool, while another passenger completely loses it, pointing at the tattoos covering his body.
I'm a Jew. That is so offensive. Put a goddamn shirt on before I get security up here. Look at these guys smiling. You think it's fucking
I think it's funny. You fucking
You think it's fucking
I think it's
funny,
very funny.
huh?
I do.
What up?
What are you gonna do?
The situation got so heated that crew members had to step in. They told the person complaining not to touch anyone, arguing that the tattooed man wasn't bothering anybody. The internet is now completely divided. Some say swastikas in public spaces demand an immediate response, while others are calling the whole thing a massive overreaction. Norwegian Cruise Line hasn't commented yet on whether the man was removed or if any action was taken.
Now, let's talk about Alinity breaking up with her boyfriend of 2 years after he gave her an ultimatum, him or her career. During a March 8th stream, Alinity got emotional explaining that her boyfriend told her to choose between their relationship and her streaming/OnlyFans career. She said, "He decided he didn't want it anymore. He made me choose. I'm obviously going to pick my stream. What do you mean? I don't even have to think about it." Watch this. Alinity gets emotional on stream.
I don't know if it's a good idea, but like, wait, what did my agency say? Yes, all ready to go. I'm already live. And my boyfriend decided this morning that after 2 years, he has a problem with what I do. So we broke up. And I'm totally having a mental breakdown live on stream. But I'm ready for the sponsor.
She powered through a sponsored segment just hours after the breakup, admitting she had a breakdown beforehand. Fans are now debating, should relationships come before a career you've built for 13 years? Moving on to Ashton recently sat down with Logan Paul to reflect on his biggest regret since blowing up online. Hall admitted that his behavior after losing a foot race to IShowSpeed was a major mistake that still haunts him. He told Logan, "It's okay to lose, but going back and forth on the internet after, that was a big L."
You have yet to have your first controversy, huh?
No, I've had it. Yeah, when I was going back and forth with Speed, 100%.
Oh, that was.
And
a
one
little
thing
bit
I
of a
could
thing.
say, like, that was definitely, looking back at the clips, it hurts me to watch them because I'm like, dang, you were crying, but that's the old Ashton Hall, like playing video games, you know what I'm saying, going back and forth with my boys. And me, like I said, I took the L. I'm like, dang, we got to go a little bit closer. But he's not going to want to race me again. I got to sell him. I got to get under his skin. So I just kept baiting it, like run it back because I wanted to get my people a better race. You get what I'm saying? But that was definitely a big L for sure.
But you're competitive too. There's like a little bit of a difference between, you know, you just want to win. You want to show up and do the best you can. You know?
It's okay to lose, but to go back and forth, that's a big L, 100%. So, I mean, it's not like crazy, like some people have really got like done some crazy stuff, but that was the L of mine for sure.
I hear you. That was not like a controversy, not a scandal, but it was definitely a time where like the internet was pointed at you for a second. I think even we talked about it on the show or something.
A little bit. I haven't really spoke on it too much.
Yeah.
I said stuff on like stream. But yeah, bro.
You and Speed are good?
Yeah, we're solid.
Solid.
Yeah, we're solid.
For those who forgot, Speed absolutely smoked Hall 4 times in a row back in June 2025. It was a massive viral moment where Hall even face-planted mid-race and then spent the rest of the stream trying to argue about the results. Now, almost a year later, he's finally owning up to it and showing some serious growth. It's a rare moment of honesty from a creator, and it's definitely getting people talking in the comments.
Moving on to Lakers superstar Luka Doncic just confirmed he's split from his fiancée, Anna Maria Goltis, and things are getting messy. The two are now in a high-stakes custody battle for their 2 young daughters right here in California. Reports say Luka hasn't seen Gabriella or baby Olivia since December after a heated hospital dispute in Slovenia led to the police being called. While no charges were filed, the engagement is officially over. Luka released a statement saying, "I love my daughters more than anything. I will always fight to be with them." Even with all this personal chaos, he's still leading the NBA in scoring, averaging over 32 points per game in the purple and gold. Check this out. Full House star Candace Bure just dropped a bombshell on her podcast, revealing the time she accidentally walked into a dark and demonic underground sex party. Candace said that she and her husband, Valerie Bure, accepted an invitation from a friend to what they thought was just a normal Hollywood event. Instead, they stepped through the doors and realized they were in the middle of a full-on S&M party.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for sharing your embarrassing
I mean, what about you?
story.
I don't want to put you on the line with an embarrassing story, but like, have you seen that to be true of like when you hang around certain people, you're like, oh, they kind of pull out maybe the worst of me or the best of me?
Of course. I mean, listen, I have some really weird, embarrassing moments, although I shouldn't say embarrassing. For me, they were more shameful of going to places where I thought like, oh, this person's a friend and I'm going to be cool and do this. And yeah, I went to a party once with Val because we were married, and it ended up being this underground party that was an S&M like sex thing that was so dark and demonic. And we walked in and my eyeballs were popping out of my head because I saw stuff I've never seen before in my life. And I'm looking at Val going like, how are we here? What is happening? And the one person that invited us, but we made a hard U-turn and walked right out of there. And it just was like so slimy and weird. And I was like, we're going to pause before we ever say yes to going out with that friend again. We just had no idea what we were walking into, and it was so disgusting and gross.
Candace described the shock, saying, "We walked in and my eyeballs were popping out of my head because I saw stuff I've never seen before in my life." She said the atmosphere was so slimy and weird that they immediately made a hard U-turn and walked right out. Now, people are praising her for being so open about her boundaries, while others are dying to know which friend set them up like that. Now, this is crazy. Ye's first major LA concert in years just completely broke Ticketmaster. The presale for his April 3rd show at SoFi Stadium went live yesterday, and screenshots showed the queue soaring past 1 million people. Within just 1 hour, nearly every seat in the 70,000 capacity venue was claimed. Resellers are already having a field day, flipping $150 tickets for over $1,200. This show is the official launch for his new album, Bully, which is finally dropping on March 27th. General sales just started this morning at 10 a.m., but with over 1 million people fighting for a spot, your chances are looking slim. Good luck getting through that queue.
Check this out. A resurfaced video is going viral again, showing exactly how one man beat insane city rent prices by secretly living in a storage unit. After returning from a long-distance hike and finding himself homeless, he decided to turn a small storage locker into a fully functional, hidden apartment. He managed to stay completely invisible to staff by rigging electricity from the ceiling and building a DIY sink using water jugs. His setup was surprisingly high-tech, including custom shelves, a mini-fridge, and even a hidden liquor bar for when he had guests over. With rents in cities like San Francisco hitting over $3,000 a month, his $300 rent seemed like a genius move. But don't get any ideas. Living in a storage unit is strictly illegal nationwide. Between the major fire hazards, lack of plumbing, and the risk of being locked in from the outside, these apartments can quickly become deadly. Moving on to Charlie, also known as Moist Critical, just revealed his surprise cameo in the Netflix anime Baki, but he says he completely blew it. Charlie played a generic police officer, but after hearing himself, he told fans, "My shit was poop. I did not do a very good job." He admitted that matching the lip sync was way harder than he thought, and his voice ended up sounding way too robotic. Even though he's a massive Baki fan, Charlie is owning the L on this one, proving that professional voice acting is a whole different beast. Thanks for watching. If you want more of tomorrow's madness the second it drops, make sure to subscribe. See you in the next one.